YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some Wheel of Games here playing Idle Ant. And basically what this is we check out a game that you guys voted on last episode of Wheel of Games, and we, see how it goes. We maybe continue a couple episodes out, or maybe make it a full-blown series, who knows. At the end of this, there will be a little clip where we'll spin a wheel, and we'll spin it 3 times, give you 3 options, we'll poll at the end of the video, you can vote on it, and we'll go from there. But nonetheless, let's jump right into this. Idle Ant definitely won by quite a big percentage. And I was probably the most excited about it. But here we are. We have 0 ants. We have 100 food. I'm assuming that's what's in here. Yes. Food's supposed to most of your units. Okay. Alright, so we buy an ant. And an ant makes food. We make 1 food a second. Makes sense. Ants are a lower class of worker. They continuously gather food. No idea why we would do that. But you can slow down the production of them. But I'm assuming we should buy as many ants as we can. I'm assuming is the thought. We're making 6 a second now. They cost 27 food. They do go up in price. We can buy a queen now. Queens produce ants. So it's kind of similar to like Swarm Simulator in the way that they're going to advance through a colony kind of thing. I'm sure this will take a very big turn in comparison, but 20 ants and 800 food, so that'll take us a couple. But we'll go ahead and do that. And once we get 20 ants and 8 food, we'll be able to buy a queen. Right, and just like that, easy peasy, we're approaching 800 food with our 20 ants, ready to buy a queen. And there it is, which produces... Our food per second is going up. We're producing ants. How much ants per second, though? Is it just 1 ant a second? Crystals are becoming a thing. Nests are a thing. We're definitely making a lot of ants. Oh, yeah, right here. One a second. Yeah, okay. So it's like right in between. Okay, so where are the resources? So do these get more costly? No, it stays where we bought it. I definitely don't want to hire anymore. So we've hired 20 even though we have 30. So I don't think we're going to buy any more of those. I think we just kind of hang out and buy more of these when we get the food for it. Makes the most sense. Maybe even chill a little overboard. But nest produce queens, pretty obvious. To get more units, we basically need an immense amount of food, soil, wood, and 200 queens. I feel like we're pretty far away from making any of this happen, but I don't know how quickly this game is going to compound. If it's slow like this, it might be hard to make work. So we can send ants in here. So what do crystals do? Crystals are needed to get science. And then we have a geologist, which basically it does yield crystals. I'm assuming we should do it. It's a decent bit of food, but I'm assuming it's worth it. Then we get a science tower over here. Students, which need a lot of crystals. And we're making very little crystals. Students yield science. Okay. I think we care about just getting queens on board. The more queens we get, the more of everything else we can make, kind of thing. But leaving, just one of these to kind of idly make some crystals overnight, I guess, because I'll probably just leave this game open quite a bit. I think it's a good idea. Things are going to get drastically expensive. I don't know if we'll actually be able to get there anytime soon. I really don't understand why you would slow production somewhere. There's also a pause button up here, which pauses production everywhere. I don't know why one would do it. Don't know what that does either, but we're going to just keep going. 8 ants, which means 8 queens, obviously. A second, but it's the food we're having the problem with. But again, the more food that comes in, the better shape we are. So when we get 10 here, I'll actually bounce out here for a little bit. We'll kind of let this idle up, and yeah. Alright, so I pushed the queens up to 30 as well as picked up some of the geologists because they're pretty easy to grab. Get them up to 30, which is actually producing 6 crystals a second, meaning we can come in here and pop in on a scientist, which is pretty cheap. Don't really know what they're going to do for us, but we'll buy 3 of them. I'm assuming I want to... When that's higher, things go down. Oh, why does that affect everything else? Does dragging this down improve anything? No. I'm confused what that does. What if I just put 10% in towards science? We don't know what science does yet, do we? Improve used to improve and unlock stuff. Maybe just 10%? I don't know. The more students, the better. Let's go to 5. Did that take away more here? I didn't actually pay attention. I'm confused on why that's affecting the rest of everything. I don't think I'm misreading something. I just don't think it's saying anything. I think it's not explaining things. And up here you can type in a number. So if I want to buy like 10 of these, pops up 10 there, and I can just buy 10. It's kind of cool. Found that out when I was just kind of messing around with things. It doesn't seem like much more unlocked though with the science thing. We're producing half one a second, which I suppose is okay. If I can bring these up to 10, that'd be cool. But what's wrong? Crystals. Crystals are rough, but I also don't want to spend too much on these guys. Although it might be worth it. I don't know. I'm just going to keep grinding them out a little bit, push a little further into this. I'm not sure how I feel about the game yet, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, we're barely scratching the surface. Okay, so I stopped students, but I just noticed that there's this. It says here, scientists discuss things no one has seen before. You can show research done, and then basically you collect soil. We can collect soil. It's been 50 of our science. Now we have soil as a thing, so I'm assuming we come back here and soil somewhere. Yeah, carpenter. So we get carpenter ants on it, I'm assuming. Maybe there's just about like 10. Yeah, so that's producing 10 soil a second, and obviously I can do a decent bit more. We'll go up to 50, which will produce 50 soil a second. Sweet. We'll just leave that be for a minute. That does its thing, and then we get some other stuff. Give a production bonus based on how many times you bought a unit. Not sure what we see in bonuses exactly for that. Yeah, things went up. I don't know how drastically, but allows you to accumulate fungus. Okay, fungus is a source of food for 100 science. I'll take it. So we've got fungus here. We need farmers. This is a pause on it, which scares me that there's another issue with the whole pausing thing. What are we short on? Oh, soil. So you use soil for this. Okay, that makes sense. So we say we buy 10 of these. I'm assuming turning this up. The only thing they're lowering is the production of its counterpart. So these farmers ruin soil production, and you'll see that students ruin. The only thing it's actually affecting. Oh yeah, the only thing it's affecting is making science better, and ruining crystals, which are used to get more scientists. If that makes sense. I think that's the best I can do. So I think it is worth putting some kind of percent maybe on it. Like, the thing is, like with this, I can just decide to just do that whenever I want, and then just it's like 10 a second. We'll buy 10 more, make it 22 a second. And it just produces a lot really quickly. And we still have crystals. Like, I don't know if I should turn it on and off completely. I think for farmers, honestly, I think I'll just leave it at 10% or so. Maybe 50% is the best. I'm not sure. You know, we can base it off what you need done, but this will give us more per unit. It's only 500. Allows you to do experiments to increase fungus food productions for 1,000, or collect wood for future usage, which isn't a terrible idea either. I don't think we need wood. Why does this have little things here? Teamwork. Oh, gets better bonus. Getting one will cost 100 signs. So we buy the teamwork upgrades. Is that? Oh, I didn't even pay attention if that did anything. Plus 30% production bonus. So these don't actually have it yet. This will get it at this point. So those upgrades actually show up in their section. So that teamwork one. Oh no, that just costs 1,000 for them. They already have it. So if I get 1,000 science real quick, which we are working on, I can increase this, which should give me more ants per second, because that should have just increased food per second. If I buy this, for example, yeah, it increases quite a bit actually. Okay, so that's really cool how that works. So what I think we'll do, because obviously we need more of these too, I think we'll just throw this at a good 50 for the night, because we're gonna wrap this up. Oops. Come on, 50%. I think honestly, again, this is affecting what? So this takes away soil production. I mean, there's probably a perfect balance somewhere. I mean, 50% sounds like a perfect balance, but I doubt that's like, you know, the correct thing that we should theoretically be doing. Like by 10 more of them. We'll definitely give it next episode. We're definitely gonna do at least another episode of this. I don't know how many more episodes we'll do, but we'll at least adventure a little bit. Check that out. Kind of see how that goes. So you can fungus is a food source, so I can down that, which is it's really can down that one, but it's also affected by this. A little confused on how why I should say, not even how, but like why all that like works that way. But it's not a big deal. Let's grab a couple more of these because we have it. I think we can get 2 more of these as well. Bump those guys to 70. We're fine. I mean, I could go up another 10 there. Isn't a terrible thought. Buying those is obviously not something we want to do. We can get the production upgrades, which is cool. Again, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll just kind of let science stack up overnight. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this, definitely smack the like button. Let me know if you want to see more. I think we're going to at least do like 2 more episodes checking it out. If it's something that we want to actually stick around and kind of play, we can. We've done quite a bit of these text-based idle games. They're honestly, I enjoy them, and I'm not against giving this a go and, you know, continuing through. But yeah, let's hop over to the wheel and see what we should do for the next wheel episode. Alright guys, here we go. Our first option looks like it is going to be ooh, what is that? City Inc. Alright, I thought that was a mobile game for some reason, but I don't have it marked as mobile, so I'm assuming it's not. For some reason I thought it was. Our second option though, however, is Idle Roller. Wow, okay, so the one we were in between last time, we ended up getting anyways. Idle Roller, and last but not least, we've got ourselves, okay, the return of Pixels Filling Squares. We had that literally the exact last one, I think, which is cool. I think it had second top votes between Idle. I mean, there's Idle Lands and then 2 others, and the other 2 are really, really close. So if this is still something you want to see, you got a chance to vote on it again, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Next episode might take a little bit longer to come out with, because if we end up sticking with Idle Lands, which I feel like we might, I've got to kind of work in the schedule, kind of where we're going. You know, I've got a couple episodes of Data Defense coming out this week and next week a little bit, so it's like I work kind of the series in and out, look little mini episodes here and there. But yeah, I'm enjoying the series. If you guys are enjoying the series, let me know. I really think this little wheel idea is kind of cool, and it lets me work through the list that you guys give me, and these are the best videos to add other game suggestions to. So if you have other game suggestions you don't see sitting on the wheel, definitely comment below the games you want to see. I can get them added on the wheel, and we can have a chance to check them out as well. And again, I may end up pulling certain things off the wheel and just playing them, because there's certain games that I do, you know, could see, you know, not playing or not just getting on the wheel. But these are just like the big mass games that I've gotten over the, you know, last while. I don't even know how long, that they've just kind of been stacking up. But anyways, that is it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.